Yeah, this is Blog It Up Tuesday for the week of June 24th, guys. And of course, I am your host, DJ Friktion, and we're here for another edition, of course, of Blog It Up Tuesday. Of course, this week we're going to talk about facing your fears. Just some of the things that we all have to go through in life to kind of just, how do you want to say, that we become afraid of because we just never know what to expect in our personal lives. Health-wise, family, you just never know what's going to happen. Every so often we like to go ahead and promote being healthy and going ahead and making sure you get checked and all that great stuff. Just make sure you're healthy, 100% healthy. You want to make sure that you don't have any illnesses, age. You want to make sure you have diabetes. You don't want to make sure you have cancer, or just any of that stuff. This week I wanted to get a little bit more personal. I want to get a little bit more in depth about getting tested. And the reason why I want to do this is because if a lot of people don't know this, but in my family history, there's a lot of diabetes, there's a lot of cancer illnesses out there, and recently, when my uncle passed away, back in early May 3rd, it kind of rang a bell to me. I grew up always growing up saying, you know what, I'm gonna live, whatever until how old I am, whatever. I used to be very, very afraid of dying, and when I was younger, I never understood how being sick works. But as you get older, you start to learn things. You start to do your research, kind of know what's happening around you and why people are getting sick. And you just kind of learn what you need to do to kind of actually take that step to trying to be healthy. Now, whether or not you guys take my advice today on getting healthy or staying healthy, that's up to you. This is just an informative video. This is just my opinion. Maybe some of you guys can relate. Maybe some of you guys out there are afraid to go out there and get tested. And that's okay. Everyone has the opportunity and has every right to be scared. So, today we're just going to talk a little bit about getting tested. So now, I'm going to be very, very strong on this, and I'm going to go ahead and say that it is very, very, very important that you at least get checked every 6 months to a year, so annually. So if you don't do this, you're never going to know what's wrong with you. A lot of people, such as myself, we go around thinking, I just don't feel good. I'm having a tummy ache, or I'm having abdominal pain. I'm just having these real bad headaches. I'm not going to the bathroom correctly. When I go, my stools are very, very loose, and things like that. Those signs to you may be like, well, you know what? I'm just having a bad day. Maybe I'm just not feeling good. It'll pass. I'll be honest with you. A lot of you guys out there who are having symptoms, maybe you guys had very minor symptoms, but now you feel the symptoms are growing. You start to feeling a little bit more different. You start to feel emotionally drained. You're not having energy to do much of anything. You're not eating properly. You're not going to the bathroom properly. You may see blood in your stools. You may see blood in your urine, whatever it is. Okay, so as I was stating a few minutes ago, my uncle did pass away on May 3rd, and it kind of made me think a little bit about getting myself tested more on a regular basis. So I've gone ahead and took it upon myself, and I've been going to many, many, many doctor's appointments. Just last week, I went ahead and got some blood work done, and in the process of getting my blood work done, and they asked me to go ahead and do a stool sample. So, because when I went to my doctor, the doctor was asking me all these questions about my history and stuff, and of my family, and then maybe some of the things that I was going through personally. So I went ahead and I told the doctor everything about, the cancer running through my family, the diabetes and all that stuff. And so I've been in the process of going through a lot of doctors, well, not a lot of doctor's appointments, but I've been going to my very first doctor's appointment in a very long time. So I finally went and met with him. He says, well, I need you to go get some blood work done. I need you to go get some stool samples done. So I went ahead and got those done last week. And then when I went to the testing facility, they were like, well, you need to take a fourth test. And I was like, okay, what is the test that I need to take? And the test that they given me, I'm going to go ahead and show this to you guys, is a test that is called, give me a second, guys. It's called Ensure Fit. What it is, the testing facility that you go to for testing, and I'm getting tested for cancer and polyps and all that stuff, just to make sure that I'm doing okay. I've never got any of these tests done before. Am I a little bit worried? Yes. And the only reason why I'm a little bit worried is because it does run through my family, and you just never know. On both sides of my family, my father's side and my mother's side. So I'm taking it upon myself to go ahead and get tested, and this is the little kit that they gave me here. They gave this envelope. It comes in this envelope here. And let me go ahead and show you this. It comes in this envelope, and it's called, again, it's called Ensure Fit, fecal immunical test. Immunicochemical test. I'm sorry, it's a very, very tough word to kind of say. Now, in this kit, it comes instructions for use and how to use the test. It's very, very simple to use. Also, it comes with a test card where you have to give 2 samples. A brush kit, you get 2 brushes and 2 waste bags. A reply form and test requisition. And then a return envelope if you want to send it into the lab, or you can go ahead and just go drop off to the location you're going to get your test done if you're close to it. Alright, so I went ahead and I got the test done. I actually started to do the test a few days ago, and I took my first sample and my second sample, and actually I'm going to be heading up to the place, to the lab, to drop it off, because I'd rather get it done, because I have another doctor's appointment next week. So I want to make sure it gets done before I head out to see my doctor, because I want to be able to hear the results and stuff. So alright, so in this kit, it gives you all the information that you guys need to know, in full details. It even gives you the instructions on what you guys need to do for getting tested. Okay, and it gives you all the instructions. Now, it's very, very simple to do. Some of you guys might think it's disgusting, you gotta take, a stool sample, whatever. Basically, they give you're not touching anything. You wear gloves if you want to, that's fine. Make sure you wash your hands, thoroughly. They give you this little brush that you have to use. And with that brush, let me go ahead and show you that brush so you guys can kind of be aware. There's a brush. They give you 2 brushes. This brush here is what you have to use to do your stool sample. Okay, so you just swipe it on the stool. If you have constant diarrhea or anything like that, you just roll it around in the water. And this is 100% clean. This is not one of the ones that I used. Just want nobody get nasty or disgusted. So you get this brush, you go ahead and just swipe it around next to the stool. If it's loose, if it's hardened, you can go ahead and just swipe the stool for 5 seconds. And then what you're going to do is they're going to give you this little place card. I'll go ahead and show you this. This little place card you have to keep refrigerated, covered up and stuff, but it's not going to hurt you in any way. So you have to take 2 samples. And this is what your sample thing looks like. So you get a sample A, sample B. And I'm covering up one of the things because it has my information on it. So you go ahead and you load your samples in, and then you go ahead and you just seal it up, and then you keep it, refrigerated, cool, whatever it is. You keep it secure so it keeps fresh. Alright, so what happens is after you do your 2 stool samples, you have to go ahead and place any leftover like The brush that I use, you want to go ahead and just throw it in this medical bag that they've given us, and we given us a couple of them. So this is one of the cleaner ones. This is nothing hasn't been used. You go ahead and just put your toilet paper or whatever you use, because you have to swipe the stool. You cannot put the toilet paper inside of the toilet when you're taking your test. So you will go ahead and do that, and do it for both tests, and then you just seal it up, and you just pretty much go drop it off at the clinic or the testing facility that you guys are going to. Now, this kit is to help, again, find out if you have any polyps, any precancerous symptoms or anything like that for your colon. Of course, they also did blood work and all that stuff as well, so hopefully everything goes well with that. And I just want you guys to know, I mean, this is my first time doing something like this, and I'm a little nervous because I don't know what to expect. I'm just crossing my fingers all turns out well. And the only reason I'm doing this test is to protect myself, to make sure that I'm going to be okay. And I want to be able to be around for my kids. I want to be around to enjoy pretty much the rest of my life. And so it's very, very important that you guys go ahead and and take that test. Don't be afraid. It's not going to hurt you in any way. You're not, touching your body in any way. You're just taking samples to help you find out just answers, maybe some of the things that are going around in your life. Because as I'm getting older, my body's changing. The way I go to the bathroom is changing. Just the way I feel waking up in the morning. Sometimes I feel drained and all that stuff. So you just want to be careful. You want to be very, very safe. All right, guys. So what I want to do is, again, if you guys would like more information on this, please feel free to contact me on Facebook by going to our official page on Facebook, 102.DLG Radio FM Network. Feel free to add us. Send us a tweet if you want. If you guys want to know more information about how you can get these kits and stuff, and we can recommend places for you to go, doctors to see, and things like that. If you want to look us up on Twitter, it's DLG_radio_show. And look us up on Twitter. And guys, please be safe. Not only be safe, but just remember, don't just brush things off because you think it's just another day in the neighborhood and you're just feeling bad. I've gone from being completely healthy to getting older. Like I said, body's changing. Everything's changing. And your body's not gonna feel correctly. It's not gonna feel right. I've had an uncle who had cancer. I had an aunt who had cancer. My sister is also battling her own version of the cancer that she's going through right now. And it's very, very, very important that you guys go ahead and take the test, just to be safe for yourself. If you don't, you're putting yourself at risk. And unfortunately, if you have children, we all want to be around for our families. We all want to be around for our friends. We want to be able to, see our children grow up, and we all want to be healthy. So it's very, very important that you please take the time to take the test. It only takes 5 minutes, and I went ahead and went extra and had the doctor. I told the doctor I want to get everything done. I want to get it all knocked out the way. So I got blood work done. A stool sample, which is the test that I just showed you, and then I had to give another hard stool sample, which I had to put into a little container jar to go get tested. And you put it inside the liquid, and it's like a little scooper to put it in. And again, it's very, very easy, very, very simple. Don't be embarrassed to do it, because it could save your life. With that being said, guys, thank you guys so much. For DJ Friktion, this is the Blog It Up Tuesday. And stay safe, keep educated, and remember, guys, don't be afraid to get tested. Whether it's for cancer, whether it's for diabetes, whether it's for AIDS, whether it's for sexual transmitted disease, don't be afraid. Because sometimes things are curable and sometimes things are not. But it's always safe. It's always good to be safe than sorry. Alright, guys, with that being said, I'm DJ Friktion. I'll see you guys soon. This is Blog It Up Tuesday. Stay safe. And I'll see you guys real soon, y'all. Spread the love. Let everybody know what's going down. Be easy, baby.